remember a time when you just felt completely relaxed, completely secure, completely in control, and you knew that everything was just going smoothly? Now, do you recall a time when there was chaos in your life, you were learning something new, and you weren't sure about what the outcome was going to be? I'm Helen Luxford, and today we're going to talk about stepping outside your comfort zone. In the first question that I asked you, we talked about being in our comfort zone, and our brain wants to keep us in our comfort zone because our brain is there to protect us, to keep us safe. So it really wants us to be in that comfortable space. And we do need that in a lot of our life, but we don't need it in all areas of our life. Let's talk about your comfort zone. So we have our comfort zone here. And in our comfort zone, we feel safe. We're in control. It's low risk, it's low reward. What it does here is we chill out. So we can be chilled out. It's easy. It's relaxed. We're content. And we need that in our lives. We definitely do. But we also need to stretch ourselves and to learn new experiences. As human beings, we need to continue to develop and grow. But learning new things can be scary. And what happens when our brain acknowledges that we're going to learn new things is that we get into the fear zone, and we're startled by, oh, there's something new coming at me. So when we're in the fear zone, in here, we're feeling things like being unsure about things. Fear of being judged, fear of tall poppy syndrome. What if I do succeed? Fear of success. It could be rejection. We could be procrastinating in this area. All of these things come into this fear zone. We're a little bit unsure in this zone. But if we push through that zone, we get to what's called the learning zone. And in the learning zone, in here, we have growing self-belief because we're learning something new. What we have in this area is we're excited when we're in the learning zone. We're learning new skills. We're problem solving. We're facing challenges and we're overcoming them when we're in the learning zone. We're gaining confidence. We're focused. And we're moving forward. And then once we've got the learning zone and we've captured all of that, we move into what is called the growth zone. And when we're in the growth zone, we're thinking, wow, I've got this. I now know how to use this new skill that I have just learnt. I'm feeling confident. I'm telling people, look what I can do. I have new knowledge. I've experienced new things. I can potentially teach others now because I've got that knowledge embedded inside of me. So let's use an example of where we might step through each one of these zones. Think about public speaking. Have you ever had to do a public speaking? So at school, were you asked to speak in front of the class or in front of the whole school? Have you been asked to do something at a sporting event? Have you been asked to actually do public speaking at a conference or in a forum of some kind? So let's step through the processes that you will have gone through when you've been asked to do public speaking. First of all, you have to step outside your comfort zone and into the fear zone. And when we step into the fear zone, we're scared. We haven't done this before. It's untested for us. So we can be scared in this zone. There could be terror. We could be terrified of it. We could be feeling shameful. It's like, oh, I don't know whether I should be doing this or not. We could be feeling hurt. Like, what if I don't succeed? Will I get hurt in this? Will I be rejected by the people that I'm speaking to? Will this cause me pain if it doesn't go right? Will I actually have people saying things to me that would hurt me or cause me pain? So we step into this zone, and sometimes all of these things coming at us, that fear of failure, that fear of hurt, that fear of shame, that fear of maybe I'm terrified and it won't work, they can push us back into our comfort zone. But if we don't allow it to push it into our comfort zone and we push through all of these fears and failures and tall poppy syndrome that we might be feeling, we can move into the learning zone. And when we move into the learning zone, we gain confidence. So here we've got the confidence. It's building now. I'm trying new things. I'm learning. I've got that growing self-belief now because I'm trying things. I'm trying, I'm learning, and it's working. So I'm gaining that self-belief. I'm gaining that confidence. I'm problem solving. When problems come at me now, I'm problem solving. And I'm also looking for opportunities. So instead of being fearful of opportunities, I'm now looking for opportunities. And as we step through and we learn more about this new skill, public speaking, learning an instrument, whatever it might be, as we learn more, we get into our growth phase. And when we're in the growth phase, we are fully engaged as our brain and our mind is active. We have new knowledge. We can teach others because we now know what we know that we didn't know before. We're looking to explore more and to try new things. We're overcoming objections now because we've learnt these new skills. We are saying to people, look at what I can do. We're living our dreams because we've pushed through the fear, we've gone into the learning zone, we're now in the growth zone, so we're actually living our potential. So we're living our dreams. We've stretched ourselves and we've overcome. We're now feeling fulfilled. And what happens is when we get to the growth zone, because we've stretched and stretched and stretched, we've actually stretched our comfort zone now because we've got a new skill or a new knowledge that we've obtained. So our comfort zone has now expanded and it is bigger. And once we've acquired this new skill, we can then look to develop ourselves in other areas, to learn different skills and to continue to stretch our comfort zone. But if we let the fear zone stop us, if we actually listen to those inner thoughts that we might be having about that hurt, that pain, that tension, that worry, that fear of failure, that fear of success, that fear of people putting us down, then our comfort zone can shrink. And if our comfort zone shrinks, then we can become withdrawn. We're no longer challenging, we're no longer learning, and our comfort zone can shrink. So in COVID, your comfort zone may have shrunk due to the nature of what's going on around you. But if you're aware of that, you can now do things to stretch your comfort zone to help you move into that fear zone. You might be staying home now because of the restrictions in COVID under lockdown. You might not want to venture out of the house. You might not be the social person that you used to be. All of this is indicative that your comfort zone has shrunk. But if you're aware of that, you can now do something about it. You can do things to stretch your comfort zone that we just spoke about. So let's talk about things that you could potentially do to stretch your comfort zone. Find something that you like doing, that you may actually be good at, that may be sitting very comfortably in your comfort zone. But join a group that does that. So if you currently play an instrument, or you're a writer, or you're an artist, then join a group that you haven't joined before and learn different perspectives. What that will do is that will help you stretch your comfort zone into your learning zone, because you'll be seeing how other people do things differently. That's one way to stretch your comfort zone. Another way to stretch your comfort zone is think about something that you want to do, but that you are afraid of, that you are sitting here in this fear of failure, this fear of being judged, this area here that you might be fearful that other people might say things that aren't complimentary. Think about one of those things and take some steps towards learning how to overcome that. Another thing you can do is learn a totally new skill. So, I don't know, go out and learn a new instrument. Learn how to play a new sport. Do a Sudoku if you haven't done one before. Learn a new skill. See how that goes for you. And if you are not confident in speaking with others, and that's a skill that you want to develop, talk to a neighbour or a colleague or someone that you see on a regular basis that you know their face, you might say hello to, but you don't engage in conversation with them. Try that and see if you can stretch your comfort zone. That's all we're going to have time for today, but join me next time where we talk about learning styles and how I can apply what we've talked about today to our learning styles and the learning cycle that we go through when we learn a new skill. I'm Helen Luxford. I'm a hypnotherapist and a coach, and if you would like to engage with me to help you overcome something that you've got in front of you, then I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, let me know below, make some comments on what have you done to stretch yourself and learn a new skill. What have you done to step outside your comfort zone?